Hey everybody, we are so glad you're here. We are going to share with you what I think is a really interesting topic that I don't think gets talked about very often. And it was something that we went through in our journey of restoration.
There's one story that we wanted to share with you guys.
Yeah, we're calling it No Pom-Poms for Sobriety Chips. And what that means is that there is a huge misconception that as a guy gets sober, his wife is going to just have her pom-poms out. She's gonna be, coming home and she's gonna be doing a cheer routine with your name. Like I just pictured, when I would come home from different programs and I would say, "Look, babe, I hit 30 days." I just expected you to meet me at the door, in a cheerleading outfit,
and to have cake and balloons and go
candles.
Yay!
And just be like, give me a C, give me an L, give me an I. I was ready for you to be like, way to go, man. Yeah. And I just think that as a guy, we don't understand, right? It's almost comical to think that a wife is thinking more like, you want me to celebrate you for doing what I've been doing for our entire marriage? Like, I've been doing this the entire time. Like, it's almost like expectant that you would never cheat on me. So, yeah, man, congratulations, you haven't cheated on me for 30 days. Way to go. You know what I mean? It's just such an interesting thing to talk about.
Yeah, I'll never forget. We were driving and he's like, "Hey, so I've been doing some thinking and I feel like when I hit
6 months,
then I'm gonna buy a watch."
I heard
and
I
was like, what? Like in my mind I'm like, is he serious right now?
There were guys at a group that I was attending and they were talking about how it's important to celebrate your victories. And I'm all about that, man. I want to celebrate my victories. And 6 months was a big deal. You guys, some of you guys have heard me share that really before I started that program 3 years ago, I couldn't go more than a week, without looking at stuff and acting out. Sometimes it was daily. And so for me to hit my 30 days and then 60 days and then 90 days and then come up on 6 months, I was crazy excited. I couldn't believe it. In fact, unfortunately, it wasn't that nice. It was like 30 days and then a slip, and then 60 days, and then a slip, and then so it was a long time coming, the six month mark, and I was pumped. And so I told Charity, yeah, I should go buy a new watch. And
great, where are my millions of watches?
Yes, seriously, you deserve diamond watches, covered in diamonds. And and here's the deal, right? We're on a budget. It's not like money's growing on trees in the backyard. Charity is really our financial awareness in the family. And so she's like, buy a watch? Like, what are you talking about? Buy a watch? You're going to spend our money, our hard-earned money, and buy a watch? Are you crazy? And I just think it's so interesting because as guys, we don't understand that, right? We need to go other places. And this is what's so important. Here's the point here. We have to go other places for the congratulations because we are probably not going to get that from our spouse. Yeah. Especially in the beginning. Anything short of a year to more than that, man, maybe there might be something. But I'm telling you, the reality is that most women, because they're so hurt, because they're in so much pain, because they're so it's just a painful experience. They're not going to look at you like, well, I'm so proud of you and so excited for you to get that chip and way to go. And I do remember you printed off little balloon PDFs and said good job, and I think you're really trying. You were trying to be there,
yeah.
But it's just really, it's tough.
I think what we need to remember is that is sobriety awesome? Yes, but we have to remember that both individuals are in completely different places. Yep. And from the guy's perspective, he is finally feeling free.
Yeah.
And he's feeling freedom because he, for however long, 20 something years of his life, maybe longer, maybe 15, 10 years, but that's a long time. He has been in secret and isolated and pain and shame and hidden. And finally now he's like, hello world, this is me. Yeah. And so he's feeling liberated, empowered, feeling with freedom. And so he is on this trajectory where now the wife, who was already on that trajectory, is now stopped at a halt because she is now found out about this secret sin and lies and deception and feeling betrayed, and so her whole life comes to a halt. And now she's in a place where she's like, she's just trying to process and put together everything that just happened and got disclosed. So both sides are in completely different places. And that's why I think it's so important. There's nothing against him.
Yeah.
And the place that he's in, but it's realizing, recognizing, okay, it makes sense why he thinks that and feels that way, but not to expect anything, because this just hit her like
maybe
a
that's 6 months
freight
ago.
train.
Yeah.
And she just found out about a secret life where she thought there was no secrets.
Yep.
So just reminding yourselves of like where you're at.
Yep.
And trying to figure out how to best come alongside each other and not have expectations on each other in this time.
But it's understanding that we are in completely different areas during the restoration process, especially when it comes to sobriety and expecting certain things.
Yep.
That was good stuff. Glad you're with us on the journey of being restored to more.